Hello, everyone. It is KCAT. It is Sunday. I got to work early because I have, I believe, four catering orders. Yeah. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired. Friday, I had a double, and we, I believe we made 1700 um, on Friday. And usually, if you know me, um, for a Subway, for my Subway, 1700 is pretty good. It means that everybody in Ephrata came up and ate lunch with me. So, and dinner. So, yeah, Friday I was at work by like 8, 8:30, and then I didn't get out of here until 9:30. I got a ride from my sister. Um, but it was definitely packed. It was definitely busy on Friday. Yesterday wasn't so bad. Um, it wasn't that bad. We only had one Karen. Sorry, words are hard. We only had one Karen come in, and the funniest thing was that she wasn't mad at us. She wasn't taking her anger out on us. If you have been following me on my channel, um, you know that I talk about certain customers. Don't mean to, but if you are rude, I get to talk about you. um, but there's this guy that comes in every weekend, and I think he does it every weekend because he knows that I work and not my sister, who is the store manager. But he never has any shoes on when he comes in. And by law, you're supposed to come into the store with shoes and socks on. They have um back back here, uh way back there, that Sharp Shopper, that door at the end, at the very end, that's Sharp Shopper. And they usually have a sign up that says no shoes, no shirt, uh, no service. And they should actually bring it out here towards us. Oh, wow, there is none. So, from what I can see, there is, because the my store door is right there. That's what I was looking at. From what I can see, they don't have the no shoes, uh, no shirt, no service. But I am definitely going to say something to my boss or to the store owner, because this dude, like I said, this dude comes in, and every weekend or every other weekend he comes in with no shoes on. Couple of weeks ago, actually like a month ago, he came in with no shoes or socks on, and it was like tsunami weather. So, you know, it was raining and all of that stuff. I didn't mind at that point because um, half the time we are like super busy on Sundays. But the last couple of times, that he's come in, people have been saying stuff to him, and he's in his 20s. He's like tall, really skinny, could use a cheeseburger or like 10 of them. Um, but he yesterday he came in, and this lady who is like standing right next to him ordering her food, she I was at the register, and she basically was looking at him. She kind of gave him a weird look because she looked him head to toe, and then she was like literally observing him. And I said, she was listening to us, and I was like, "Oh yeah, your total is 14 something," and he's paying with his card, and she's like, out of nowhere, she looks at him, looks at me, looks at him, and she's like, "Hold up a second." Like, this is where the Karen came out, and she's like, "Hold up a fucking second. You mean to tell me this dude can buy a whole $15 worth of a foot long with his card, but he trades around here with no fucking shoes on?" I'm over here, yeah, and I'm over by the register. I'm like trying to be professional, but I'm like holding in my giggles, you know. And she kept on going on. She's like, "How in the world that make that make sense?" She goes, "You're not homeless. Obviously, you're not homeless because I saw you in a really nice Buick something or another." She goes, "I saw you walk your happy ass in here with your Buick and your old fashioned Buick, and now you're using your fucking card." She goes, "Get fucking shoes. You don't need." She looks at me and she's like, "Ma'am, no offense." I was like, "None taken." She's like, "But you don't," she looked right back at him and she's like, "You don't need a sandwich. You need fucking shoes on." And the whole time, now mind you, at this time, I'm looking at him and he's giving me a dirty look. And I was like, "Sir, please don't look at me. I'm not the one who's talking to you." Yeah, after she was done with her spiel, he kind of looked at her, and the look on his face was like, "Yeah, yeah." I will never forget his answer. He's like, he looked at her after giving me a dirty look the whole fucking time. He looked at her up and down, like in disgust, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have to follow the rules." And he looked at me, was about ready to grab his bag. I was like, "The next time that you come in and you don't have shoes on, I'm not serving you." And he's like, "Oh, we'll see about that." And he walked away. Yeah, so that's where yeah, when I said I only had to deal with one Karen and it didn't have to pertain to me, that was awesome. I mean, usually, if you follow my videos, I usually am against Karens. They usually are really salty against me, but yesterday was the only time that a Karen actually helped out um, with the cause. And yeah, it was actually kind of cool. So, but after that, yeah, after that little showdown, everything else was boring. I got to go home about 15-20 minutes early. I didn't have to walk home in this heat. Um, and everything. Yeah, whoever prayed for it to be warm, the next time that you pray, can you be more specific to God? Like, I know, there's that little old lady out there saying, "Lord Jesus, I just want a sunny day." Yeah, little did Jesus know, little did God know that, put the spotlight out there and, cook all of us. Yeah, just be specific about your day. Like, you know, 70-degree weather instead of 90-degree weather. That would be great. But I am grateful for our air conditioning, because last week we didn't have, like, last week or the week before, um, well, to tell you the truth, a week or two ago we didn't have like an actual air conditioning. Yeah, so it was like if it was 90 outside, it was like 79, 80 in there. And with the toaster, the proofer, the oven, all the appliances, being as they are, it gets a little hot. Like, there were a couple of times where I was off in the cooler and nobody could find me. That was fun though. I was off in the cooler and nobody could find me. So, um, yeah. So today is pretty great. I got my coffee. Yeah. There's no Amish people around today because it's basically the Sabbath day and they usually stay home on Sundays. Very rarely do you ever see Amish people on Sunday. Um, if if so, it's usually later in the day or like really early in the morning so they can come in and feed their brood of people. Um, but other than that, I usually wait until the church goers get out of church, which the past couple of Sundays have been actually really good. Um, Not too busy. I mean, we have a steady group of people, but it's not like, oh my God, I want to go home. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm always like that. But yeah. So, yeah, that's the whole week for me. It was hot, um, and all of that stuff. Been trying to cool down, have a fan in my room, and I just been plopping my butt right in front of the fan. So yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday. I'm gonna go in here and start making my catering orders, get that done and out of the way while I still am alone. I feel like I do better on my own. I mean, I'll talk to myself and, sing along to the 80s music in here, but at least I know what I'm doing. So I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday. If you are Iron Dog in my animal house, your stuff is already sent out. So I hope you get it. Uh, and whenever you think of the little tiny Subway minis, you get to think of me. So I can't wait until you guys get your packages. I'm like so excited. Um, it took me a little while, mainly because I needed stamps, like a lot of stamps. And so with me working the way that I am, I couldn't get out right away to get stamps. Every time that I thought about it, it was like 12 at night. So I finally was able to get stamps the other day. So I'm so excited. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, great Sunday. Like I said, I'm going to knock out the catering order since I have four of them. Since I have four, two and two back to back, one for I believe 10:30, and then a 3 foot and a 6 foot that are due at 11:30. If I do it now, I won't have to feel rushed. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next vlog.